answers as they try to outwit their classmates. Now, the moment of learning came from me when I formally started with the review session. What I did was a classic oral language activity in the form of identifying errors. Making use of the PowerPoint presentation, I asked the students to read erroneous sentences flashed on the board, and their task was to locate the proper placement of the commas in the sentences. After identifying the correct placements of the commas, they were asked to read the sentence according to how words or thought phrases are separated by the commas. The first sentence was flashed on screen, and it read, "The boys like rugby and football and tennis golf." Now DJ, who I believe is one of the most level-headed guys in class, took notice that right away it was cumbersome to have all those conjunctions in a sentence, and so he excitedly raised his hand and went on correcting the sentence, saying, in American accent, "The boys like rugby, football, tennis, and golf." And I wanted to sound like an American teacher, as I said, "Good job, DJ." And he smiled at me. The second sentence was flashed on screen, and it read, "Pedro had some paper and a ruler and a book and his tray." This time, the genial African-American girl named Taylor confidently went on correcting the sentence, saying, "Pedro had some paper, a ruler, and a book and a tray." And I said, "Good job, Taylor." And she smiled at me. The third sentence was flashed on screen, and it read, 10-year-old John went to the store to buy a pencil and a notebook and a rubber. This time, I saw not a single hand raised to give an answer. All I could hear was the hilarity of those hands banging the desk and of those feet stomping on the floor. I was totally red, and even more red when I saw Mrs. Feldman gasping out of laughter while rubbing out her tears of joy with that sentence on the board. And I said, "Hey, Mrs. Feldman, what's the problem?" Struggling to speak, she told me, "Hey, Randy, rubber means thunder." And I said, "What?" At that moment, I felt that alienation plastered my total being, that even innocence is not enough to justify the embarrassment. I mean, how would I know that that waterproof, elastic, and durable barrier device used to reduce pregnancy and sexually transmitted diseases in my country, the Philippines, is called a rubber here in America? I mean, it is so complicated for me. Rubber to us is a car wheel, an elastic band kids use to clip their hair or to adorn their wrists. There's even a rubber candy back at home that I too love to eat. Because it smells in your mouth, not in your hands. I mean, all I wanted was to review the class about Thomas, and there's nothing wrong with what I did. Right?